AI isn't just making mistakes, it's confidently misleading you. The wild part? It has no clue it's wrong. Imagine asking about Australia's capital, and it boldly insists it's Sydney. Sounds convincing, but it's completely off. These mistakes make us wonder, why does AI keep getting facts wrong, even in 2025? And how can we finally fix it? AI is everywhere these days, from chatbots that help you write emails to search engines that answer your toughest questions. But here's the problem. Sometimes it just gets things completely wrong. You ask it for a fact, and it spits out something that sounds confident. But when you double check, it's either outdated, misquoted, or just made up. This issue, often called hallucination, is one of the biggest challenges in artificial intelligence today. And in 2025, even though AI is smarter than ever, this problem hasn't completely gone away. But here's the exciting part. A new set of methods is changing the game, helping AI become more accurate and trustworthy. These methods are known as retrieval playbooks, and they involve techniques like RAG, re-rankers, and something new called GraphRag. Let's dive into why AI keeps messing up facts, and more importantly, how these new tools are fixing it. The first thing you need to understand is how AI actually works when it answers your questions. Most of the powerful AI models we use today, like GPT or Claude, are large language models. They've been trained on massive amounts of text from the internet, books, research papers, and more. They don't actually know facts the way we humans do. Instead, they generate words based on patterns. For example, if you ask who invented the light bulb, the model looks at all the patterns it has learned and guesses that Thomas Edison is the most likely answer. The problem comes when the model is asked something it hasn't seen often, or something very new. Since it doesn't have real-time knowledge or fact-checking built in, it sometimes makes up a believable but wrong answer. That's why you might ask about the latest iPhone model or a recent medical discovery, and the AI confidently tells you something that isn't true. This is not just a small issue. A 2023 Stanford study tested different AI models on factual accuracy and found that hallucination rates were as high as 27% in complex tasks like answering questions from medical papers or law documents. Imagine relying on that for real decisions. It can be risky. That's why experts started making tools that help. AI look things up instead of just guessing from memory. The idea is simple. Don't let AI depend only on what it learned before. Give it access to outside information like databases, documents, or even the internet. This way, it can retrieve the right facts first and then give an answer. This method is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. It is not a completely new artificial intelligence system on its own. Instead, it acts like an additional layer or upgrade that supports large language models, such as ChatGPT. Normally, a language model like ChatGPT can only give answers based on the data it was trained on. This means that its knowledge is limited to whatever information was included in its training set. If you ask it about something new, or something that was not part of its training, the model might still try to give an answer, but that answer could be inaccurate or even completely made up. This is often called a hallucination in AE. RAG helps reduce this problem by letting the model connect to outside sources of information before giving an answer. Here's how it works. When a user asks a question, instead of relying only on its internal knowledge, the AI first retrieves real information from external documents, websites, or even a company's private database. Then, it combines that retrieved information with its own language abilities to form a clear, accurate, and useful response. This makes the system more reliable because it uses verified and up-to-date information instead of depending only on what it was trained on. In simple terms, RAG helps the AI become more accurate, more trustworthy, and better at answering complex or recent questions. It is often described as a combination of search technology and language generation working together. Re-rankers are another important part of improving AI answers. When an AI uses RAG, it may pull out many documents related to the question asked, but not every document is equally important or relevant. Some may contain only a little useful information, while others might be completely unrelated to what the user really needs. If the AI tries to use all of this information without sorting it, the final answer may still be confusing or off-topic. This is where re-rankers come in. A re-ranker works like a smart filter that carefully examines the retrieved documents and arranges them in order of importance. The most relevant and useful pieces of information are placed at the top, while less important ones are pushed down or ignored. This ensures that the AI focuses on the best possible data, instead of wasting time on unnecessary content. The process helps the AI deliver sharper, clearer, and more reliable answers. Without re-rankers, the AI might include too much irrelevant detail, making the answer less effective. So re-rankers act as a guide that makes sure the AI pays attention to the right information first. GraphRag is like an advanced or upgraded form of RAG. While RAG focuses on retrieving documents and combining them with the AI's abilities, GraphRag goes one step further by creating connections between ideas and pieces of information. Instead of treating each document as a separate piece of text, GraphRag builds a kind of structure or map that shows how different ideas are related to one another. For example, if the AI is given a broad question, it might need to bring together many different types of information. GraphRag helps by organizing all of this knowledge into a network-like structure. The concepts are connected based on how they relate. This way, the AI does not only provide text from one source, but also connects related causes, effects, data, and possible solutions in a more organized way. It is almost like turning scattered information into a structured knowledge base. The biggest advantage of GraphRag is that it allows the AI to provide more holistic answers. Instead of giving isolated pieces of information, it shows the relationships between different parts of the answer. This makes the response more complete and helps the user understand not just the facts, but also the bigger picture. In short, GraphRag strengthens the AI's ability to reason, organize, and explain complex topics in a connected and meaningful way. Together, RAG, re-rankers, and GraphRag represent powerful steps in making AI more accurate and useful. RAG helps the AI pull in real and reliable data. Re-rankers ensure the AI pays attention to the most important information, and GraphRag organizes knowledge into meaningful connections. All three of these improvements work together to reduce errors, provide clearer answers, and allow AI to handle more complex questions with confidence. So where does this leave us in 2025? The truth is, AE is still evolving, and factual accuracy will always be a challenge. But retrieval playbooks, RAG, re-rankers, and GraphRag are giving us the tools to make AI far more reliable. Instead of blindly trusting answers, we're building systems that check, verify, and connect information in smarter ways. And this matters because as AI becomes a bigger part of our daily decision-making, whether in business, healthcare, education, or just personal curiosity, we need to be sure it's telling us the truth. AI gets facts wrong because it was never designed to be a database. It was designed to be a predictor. But with retrieval systems, we're turning it into something much more powerful, almost like a hybrid between a search engine and a smart assistant. The playbook of RAG, re-rankers, and GraphRag is leading the way, making sure AI doesn't just sound smart, but actually is smart. And that's the difference between an AI that entertains and an AI you can rely on. The next time your AI assistant gives you an answer that sounds too perfect, ask yourself, where did it get that from? If it's retrieval enabled, chances are it's not just making it up, it's pulling from real data. And if it's using advanced systems like GraphRag, it might even show you connections you never thought about. We're entering an era where AI doesn't just talk, it reasons, checks, and explains. That shift could be the key to building real trust between humans and machines. Has AI ever lied to you with full confidence? Share your funniest or most shocking example in the comments. Make sure to like this video, and if you want to stay updated, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.